Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. And as you've probably gathered, we're doing another shaving video. But today is something of an unusual one, as you join me at 9 AM on a lovely, warm, sunny and bright morning here in southern England, because today I'm going to do my first ever shave, first ever experience with Mitchell's Wool Fat soap. Now this is a soap which has sort of managed to achieve almost mythical levels of satisfaction from people who are involved with it. It also has a few sort of suggestions that it's hard to shave with. So today I'm going to give it a go. Now I've not even opened the packet before, so I'm going to show you what comes out. Here we go. Here's what comes out. It is a puck of soap, as you can see, and no smell. Let's get into it and see what it's like. Let's break our way into this, see what comes out from the inside. So here we have it, Mitchell's Wool Fat soap. Nothing spectacular to look at, it's just a puck of soap, and yeah, nothing remarkable about it. It has a sort of soapy fragrance, and a pleasant sort of fragrance, but nothing more than that. Now, I'm going to shave with this one today, and I've been told that it can be a challenge to shave with this because it's difficult to obtain a lather. And I've just got a little cup. I'm going to drop it in there just simply so that it's easier for me to whip up into a shave. Now, a little tip which I have when it comes to shaving, with soap particularly, is to allow the soap to bloom. In other words, give the soap a bit of time in the water to sort of soften up. They call it blooming. And I'm going to get some water here. So I've brought some hot boiling water with me. I'm just going to put some in my mug for shaving purposes anyway. Pop that down there. Don't burn my hand because it is boiling hot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my puck of shaving soap, and I'm just going to put some water to cover the soap inside my little container there. Now the idea of that is the hot water will permeate into the soap itself, soften it up, and it's going to make, hopefully, life a little easier for me to shave. And what we have there, as I said, is Mitchell's Wool Fat soap. Now, a little bit of the history of Mitchell's soap whilst it's taking its moment or two to bloom. Mitchell's Wool Fat soap's been around since the 1930s, when there was a chap called Fred Mitchell, who was a pharmacist or a chemist, an apothecary shall we call him, of that era, working up in the north of England, sort of Cumbria, Yorkshire area I believe it was, and tough, hard working area. And he noticed that many of the people whom he encountered within his work had lovely soft skin, and over time he realized that it was exposure to wool fat, which contains an amazing natural product called lanolin. Now lanolin has been used in the shaving world for a long old time. I mean, here's a shaving aerosol based shaving cream which I've used for a long time, occasionally, don't use it that often these days, but it's Noxima's aloe and lanolin, because lanolin has this wonderful protectant capacity for one's skin, and it's allegedly very good when it's used in this Mitchell's Wool Fat soap. So it's time to give it a try. Whilst that is just softening up, blooming, I'm going to use some pre-shave, because when I ordered my Wool Fat soap, and I have to tell you, I ordered just the refill, as you saw, the pack itself, that was about £7.25. You can buy Wool Fat soap in a sort of very fancy ceramic sort of bowl. It takes it up to about £23 then. So being a cheapskate, I went for the cheapest option. But when I did buy it online, the online retailer, who I can't remember who it was, sent me a little sample container, just here as you can see, of Edwin Yeager's, or Jagger, however you want to say it, hydrating pre-shave lotion in this little pop-up container here, which I'm going to try, because why not? You know, somebody sends you something free. There we go. So it's a little sort of pop-up thing, and inside I have some free stuff, which is my favorite sort of stuff. So I'm just going to wet the face to start with, get some water on the face, just to get the bristles softening. and I'm going to put some of this pre-shave on the skin. Now if you excuse me if I'm looking this way, because my mirror is just here. So I'm just going to rub that into the skin as they suggest. No real fragrance with this one, I have to say. So there we go. I normally use Pro Raso pre-shave, which is eucalyptus and menthol, which is really pleasant. So I've applied that. A bit more water on there perhaps, get it loosened up. There we go. So, just wipe my hands. Now my shaving soap's been slowly sort of permeating there for a little while. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get rid of the excess water, as you can see. Get rid of that. I know some people use it for various shaving purposes, but today I'm not bothered. And I am going to see if I can get some lather going. So this is a Yaqi 26mm Yaqi shave brush. Synthetic brush, always delivers an excellent shave. I'm just going to dip it in this little bowl of water I have here, just to moisten the bristles. All right, I want the bristles moist. Here's my puck of soap, and I'm just going to get the old brush in there. Now I've been told that Mitchell's wool fat soap does not like to lather in hard water, and the area in which I live here is definitely a hard water area. So I've got to say there's not a great deal of lather appearing on my brush as I whip it around on the puck. But let's give it a try. Let's go straight onto the skin. I'm going to. Ah, now see. Now that doesn't look too bad. Immediate sensation is nice fragrance. Nice lather. It's not a huge deep foaming lather, but it's a very serviceable lather in respect to the shaving experience. So just get a bit more on there. And you know, it's my first time using this soap, as you see, so I'm learning as I go. Obviously the longer you own a soap, the more you use it, the more you will appreciate its qualities. The fragrance is hard to describe. It's not scented, but it has a sort of pleasant freshness to it. I like it. I like it. Sometimes fragrances can be disarming or a bit too much. A bit under the nose. A bit more water perhaps. Put that on there. Now you can spend as much time as you like. I know people love to spend time lathering. It is quite early in the day for me and I want to get on with my day. So there we go. That's not a bad start. There we go. So what am I using today? I am using a Rockwell 6S razor, which is set, it's an adjustable 3-piece razor, which is set on its most aggressive shaving level, so quite a lot of reveal. And inside this is the first use of a brand new Nasset Gillette razor. So I'm going to get straight on with it, and I'm going to do my first pass. Initial feeling is really nice. Very little resistance encountered, and it feels smooth and nice against the skin. Like that. Do the other side. Oh yeah, it feels very nice. In combination with that pre-shave as well, the skin feels as if it's protected. Feeling good. Feeling good. Very nice. So as you can see, I'm doing 2 passes today on my shave. First pass, I'm just going with the flow. Although I always shave under the chin upwards. Even on my second pass, it's kind of against the flow of bristles. But you have to remember that when you shave with a double-edged razor, safety razor, you are training your skin in the process, and over the years I've discovered that the route I'm taking today is the way which works the best for me. Sorry, that was probably a bit mumbled as I was speaking into the back of my hand. So the way I shave now is probably the best for my skin, because it's taken me many years to work that out. So there we go. Just tidy up around the nose. Now that actually feels rather nice. No arguments with that. I'm now going to do a second pass on the skin using the soap again. So I'm just going to re-moisten my brush, get it in there, A little bit more water on the brush, straight onto the skin, not re-moistening the skin, just getting it straight on there. Do you know what, that feels really good. I like this smell. It's almost like a non-smell, but it smells of freshness. And as I'm in the outdoors, you know, obviously I'm predisposed to the fragrances of nature. And I have to say, this is quite a nice one. I mean, as a rule, I tend to prefer shaving creams because I find they give a better lather quickly, which is often important for most people. When you're getting up in the morning, you just want to get on with your day, while shaving is never a chore. I like it to be an enjoyable part of my day. I also don't want to be doing it for 3/4 of an hour. So it's important to be able to shave quickly and efficiently. But this feels good. I mean, this rumour that people say that you can't get a good lather on Mitchell's, I definitely have hard water. You know, my kettle is always full of limescale. It's just the area we live. There's lots of limestone in the hills where the water is drawn from for the public water supply. My water's very hard. Actually, this has been a very nice lather, very quickly, very soft, nice fragrance. So, getting my razor back, wash that off, nice and clean, and now I'm shaving against the grain, or across the grain. I never shave against the grain because it's too aggressive for my skin. My skin doesn't like it. It always tells me so afterwards. And I don't want to have bumps and lumps on the skin, so I'm shaving in the way my skin enjoys. So there we go, shaving against it. Again, lovely soft cushioning provided by the Mitchell's Wool Fat Soap. There may be something in this stuff, in a lovely slippery lather. It's going to do under the nose. Get that nice. Feels good. Oh yeah. It's working well. Having good feelings about this. This could definitely be in the rotation. There we go. Feels very soft and smooth on the skin. At least the equal, if not the better, of many of the much more expensive shaving soaps that I've used. Don't use many shaving soaps. I have been using a Florist shave soap recently, but not fantastic. I wouldn't buy it again. Okay, there we go. Just tidy up the chin. Don't want any straggling bits of bristle hanging down. Feels good. That was it. That was a shave. Right, I am now just going to rinse my face off, a little bit more water in order to do that. I don't know what the weather's doing here today. Do you know, it's you know, towards the second half of July for me. I'm not sure when this goes out, but it's certainly the second half of July when I film this, and it's definitely quite changeable. You know, earlier in the year it was so hot, unbelievably so, that it was a challenge to do anything outdoors. Now it's the opposite. Okay, so just wipe some of this off and clear that off the skin. There we have it. It feels really soft and smooth. I actually really enjoyed that. That was good. Okay, so shave over. Time to care for the skin. Now recently I went on a little trip to the United States of America, and I went to a friend's wedding, Tim, from the Big Pretty Man channel. As YouTubers, we sort of socialise as well as make videos on similar content. And one of the things I do when I'm visiting other countries, I like to try their splashes and fragrances, whatever it may be, for shaving purposes. And whilst I was there, popped into a Walmart and I picked up this Aqua Velva. Now it's not available here really in the UK, it's not very popular if it is available, and this is their classic ice blue version. I believe Aqua Velva has been around, let me tell you, since 1917. So let's give it a go. This is the ice blue, and I have used it a few times already. It is rather nice. A little splash of that in the hand. It's quite blue. Oh yeah, a little bit of a sting going on, but the astringent effect on the skin post-shave will be worth the pain. Oh yeah, it's good. Absorbed rather swiftly and felt good. Now, to protect the skin after the sort of anti-stringent there, I'm going to use some Proraso, just some of their standard post-shave balm. Nothing too exciting here, but it's good stuff. And if it's good stuff, why not use it? Good handful of that. Get it on the skin. Nice fragrance, nice absorption. Goes in really quickly. You can use it all over the face, you know, if you want to do a bit of moisturising at the same time, because let's be honest, post-shave balm is just another word for a fancy moisturiser. There we go, all good, ready to go for the day. And finally, a fragrance, because you know, we've just shaved, we want to smell good for the rest of the day, and the things I've just used don't impart any significant long-term fragrance. I mean, the Aqua Velva, its fragrance is alcohol-y and fresh. It's not anything that's going to linger on the skin for any amount of time. Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to try something which actually leaves me with a fragrance. And one of my favourite summer fragrances is Chanel Bleu. Chanel Bleu, there we go. A good, solid, masculine fragrance, quite woodsy, a little bit of citrus, and this is the parfum version, so I believe it's undertones of sort of cedar, things like that. But it's a good fragrance for a man to wear. I think it's manly and masculine, and its sort of tones suit the summertime. So I'm just going to put a bit of that round the neck, just so that that fragrance lingers when it dries a little. There we have it, folks. So let's bend down, pick the container up. That was Mitchell's Woolfat soap. My initial thought is that it worked well. I like it. I'm definitely going to be using this for quite some time. The fragrance is odd. It's not really a fragrance, but there's an aura to it which is certainly pleasant. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this review video and shave video of Mitchell's Woolfat soap. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, click the subscribe button. If you would like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee or become a patron, and I make extra videos for my patrons every week, and we have a different dialogue going over there on my Patreon channel. And to find out how to get involved with that, it's in the show notes below. So, until the next time, take care, shave well, and I'll see you again very soon.